Part 2. Azure Moon. Guardian Moon. The Delusional Prince. Prince Dimitri and the remnants of the royal army join with the remaining Knights of Seiros to form a revitalized kingdom army. Using Garreg Mach as their base of operations, they rise to action against the Empire.
So, each unit has grown over the past 5 years. Because of that, we should check their classes and their weapons.
You? So you were alive after all.
Professor, it is so good to see you again. My brother and I were worried about you.
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Guess you lucked out. We've been looking everywhere for you, but I see Lady Rhea isn't with you. Damn.
Everyone was real worried about you, Professor.
Gilbert has told us everything. From here on, our strength is yours as well.
Does my heart well to see that all of you are safe. Now that we have all gathered, let's discuss our next course of action.
We have 2 objectives: to overthrow the Empire and to rescue Rhea. I have no objection to joining forces with you. After all, our interests are aligned.
Nothing could be more reassuring than securing the cooperation of the Knights of Seiros.
Thank you. Let's fight together.
The Archbishop entrusted all of her affairs to you. From now on, I shall comply with your wishes.
We'll make Garreg Mach our base, and prepare to make our stand against the Empire. There is a fair amount of damage, but we will at least have shelter from the wind and rain.
Surely those Imperial jerks have this place staked out, right? It's a highly strategic location.
While it may be a strategic location, it's too far from the front lines to be worthy of notice at the moment. This area is inconvenient as far as transport time is concerned, so it's of little importance to their war effort.
Even so, nothing slips past the Emperor. It is safe to assume she at least has this place under surveillance.
Professor, what do you think about making this place our base?
I have no objections. Gathering resources would be difficult, but... no. No objections.
Fortunately, there are still villages and hamlets nearby, and though I wouldn't call them abundant, we have war funds as well. What do you think, Your Highness?
Do as you please.
Hey, don't act like this doesn't concern you. We finally are reunited after all this time. We've got to work together.
She's right. In fact, why don't we all join forces and clean this place up a bit?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And it'll give us time to reminisce about all the good old days at the Academy. I can't wait.
How carefree of you.
It may sound trivial, but, well, I think it's a good idea.
I understand feeling impatient, Your Highness, but patience is key at a time like this. If we fix up our base, it will improve morale, which will be sorely needed as we...
Fools.
Let's all settle down and get along.
Stay out of this.
Please, calm yourself, Your Highness. We are not your enemies.
My enemies say the same.
What happened to him? It's like he's a completely different person.
I feel so bad for him. Would it help if I brewed him a nice pot of tea?
I cannot claim to understand how he feels. However, the way he's behaving, it's as though he's being haunted by some unseen force.
I'm worried. It wasn't always like this.
Perhaps.
So, we don't get any funds for the start of the month. But it's Ingrid's birthday today. Well, we can host a tea party. And yes, there you go.
Thank you for inviting me.
That's a nice,
What a nice
outfit.
aroma. I really enjoy
I like the color. I really do like the color.
Thank you.
sort of like a St. Patrick's Day green to me.
It's a bit hot.
Yeah, it's tea. But yeah, it's been 5 years since we've seen these guys, really. Overcoming weakness. Dreamy nights. Dining partners. Overcoming weakness. Monastery rules. Identification. Close calls. Really? Monastery? Okay. You seem different. A new gambit. Monastery security.
Being here calms my nerves. Oh, but I'll leave if I'm in your way.
No, you are perfectly fine. Disagree. A nice, perfect tea time. So...
Professor. It's a bit hot. Professor. Yes, I agree. Strength and stamina are necessary for fighting on horseback, as is footwork.
Okay. Okay, well, let's end the tea time.
Thank you for the treat. I had such a great time.
So, some things are going to be different. Some things will continue on. Still get party, still get the teen time. And despite it being a different month, a new part 2 of the month, you have allies who can take master exams. Take a look at the certification. We can still explore the monastery, host seminars, do battle, rest, and everything else. So if we do a seminar, rather than it being the teachers, it's literally all the students, or everyone that's part of our class, can now give a seminar based around what skills they are, well, I guess best at, or at least what they're going for. So like Felix here, oh no, it's what I guess they're best at. So Felix will teach sword and fighting. I'll still do sword and authority, axes and bows, lances and axes. So everybody everybody can give a seminar, and we'll have different things. Now, the higher their skill, the higher their skill level is, the more experience everybody who participates will acquire. So like Mercedes here being an A and A plus is like amazing. It will give me a lot of magic in both, or a lot of skill in both. So just if you're like looking for a particular skill, so swords, magic, lances, something else, doing a seminar and having one of your students, preferably someone who has high skill in whatever you're looking for, is your best option. Like Catherine here, having an A in swords would be great, or if you want magic and whatnot. We do have battles, just like always, and I think going forward, unless we have a special auxiliary mission battle, we're not going to be fighting. We're kind of over-leveled, it feels. And yeah, so me, Dimitri, and Felix have reached the point that we can now go down to the Art of Mastery. Actually, on second thought, I'll do that's going to be the bonus episode. So let's instead explore the monastery. So, yeah, unfortunately, we can still explore the monastery. There are no, I mentioned this the last time I explored, there are no lost items to be found anymore. So going through the monastery is just to go around, increase morale, and talk to the students, get some like story bits and bobs. So this could be seen as just a bonus episode, just with or maybe not bonus, but more like filler. Anyways, let's get things started because I'm going straight out to
Professor.
Hello there, Felix. What's up?
Finally, I notched a win against you.
You crushed me, but I almost had you.
Oh, please, I scraped by. When we spar, I feel like I'm revisiting my past.
How so and why?
It's like training with my brother. He always won, always, and died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him. And that's what drove me to become so strong. Perhaps it's absurd to say such a thing, but I've spent all these years training for a duel with a corpse.
It's not absurd. You found an answer to my question. It's not absurd.
Perhaps not. I can never again spar with my brother. Not unless he climbs out of his grave. Still, I continue my endless pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself against.
Who would that be, perhaps?
You, obviously. I beat you this time, but when we next cross swords, who knows what might happen. It was a close match, not a crushing victory. I know that I can do better. I will surpass you in strength, and then I'll become stronger still.
And then?
And then, when this war is over, I won't have as many chances to swing my sword. I can hardly imagine that. Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the question you asked all those years ago.
I was gonna say, you keep swinging that sword enough times, and well, eventually when the time comes you no longer swing the sword, what do you do then? So yes, now that we are in part 2, anybody, well, not anybody, but some supports that were technically available but not readily available to us are now, quote-unquote, available to us because of the fact that they had to wait until we got hit part 2 of everything. So let's do the usual thing, let's head down to the Abyss and see what's going on down there. Alright, well, it's been 5 long years indeed.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. It's you. You're still alive. It's been 5 whole years, hasn't it? Time flies when you're standing guard. That's right, I've been here the whole time. Day in and day out. Not like I have anywhere else to be. Seems to me things are pretty tough up top anyhow. These days it's probably cozier down here than it is up there. How's that for a change of pace?
A lot of folks cleared out once the fighting started. People are saying it was the church that used to keep order around here. But it's Yuri who's saving us from complete chaos.
Good old Yuri. So, as we go down this way, the Influencer summoned the Wayseer and organized the Shadow Library. Oh boy, there's probably gonna be another bonus episode. This one? A renowned astrologer has come, and a new quest has been unlocked. Check the bulletin board for details. And organize the Shadow Library, which we can get done... So let's get that done real quick. I'll probably get 100 points very easy just down here at the altar. Alright, now let's organize the Shadow Library. Increase the number of residents in Abyss and unlock new activities. Well, people will now visit the Shadow Library, so a new quest has been unlocked. Check the bulletin board.
See you again soon.
See you soon. Well, hello there. That's an outfit.
Oh, you have the look of someone relieved to see me.
Hello there, Constance.
Before you ask, yes, my superior spellcraft is yours. It's your reward for waiting so patiently for me.
Are you sure? It would help me a lot.
Your quick acceptance of the truth is gratifying. But my assistance has a price. I expect you to aid me in fulfilling my dream of restoring House Nouvelle.
Oh, right, advanced drills. I forgot about that. So advanced drills are essentially the students now being able to teach us skills out and about, kind of like the seminars. So, yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. So, what are you all about, Wayseer? Children. Really? They just had the same... They couldn't bother to put in like a boy model and a girl model? They have the same exact model. You have not unlocked the way... What do you mean I haven't unlocked it yet? Oh, that's probably a battle. It's like, oh, do this battle and then you get something, blah, 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 blah. Ah, that's lame. Oh, well. What's in the trash heap? A broken rapier, a rusted lance, and a mostly broken iron sword plus. That's probably better off as selling fodder. Ah, so you got a quest for me, do you?
You're back, finally. I've been waiting for so long. I thought you might have died. But I didn't have anywhere else to go, so I stayed here.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
I'll think about forgiving you. I've been kinda lonely. As you might have noticed, we've lost a few people down here.
Lots of few people everywhere. So about your quest,
your help.
A fortune teller recently set up shop in Abyss. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, why not drop by? Seek out the Wayseer. said to be an abyss. Perhaps she can offer you insight into getting to know your allies. Okay. Well, now I can talk to the Wayseer, Yuri.
You've been snoozing a while, so allow me to fill you in. There's a madman roaming Fargus. Imperial troops entering Kingdom settlements are destroyed seemingly overnight. Townspeople on the front lines are terrified. And yet they simultaneously treat this as though he's some sort of hero, blazing through the land. Can't imagine their surprise when they realized it was their own prince.
Alright, Wayseer.
Why, hello there.
Give stuff Yuri now to the Wayseer, and she can tell you about your bonds between your allies. Strengthening bonds and analyze the prospect relations between the select pair, and boost its support points. Does not work on pairs who are already very close. Or connect fates, foresees the destinies of a deeply bonded pair and either entwine them together or separate them from one another. So... yeah, it doesn't say how many points it takes, which I'm not too happy about, but you can just increase your support with people, so that's cool. Or yeah, spend renown to entwine the destinies of the selected pair. Alright. I'm upset. I honestly wish you were like the Wayseer from other... like, I'm used to the Wayseer from the Game Boy game, where it's like, oh, I foresee in the battle coming up plenty of axes and swords, so make sure that you have, like, swords and lances ready, and blah 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 blah.
Thanks for giving me a hand.
So you talk to the Wayseer, huh? That kind of thing's not really for me. If she told you something good, I wouldn't get my hopes up. If she told you something bad, I'd get upset, but I'm glad you got something out of it. Well, thank you for the renown at the very least.
The past 5 years have been so chaotic, even the bounty hunters backed off. I kinda miss the chase. I don't have family ties worth fighting for, so these muscles are up for grabs. Use me as you see fit, pal.
I'm counting on ya.
You're a smart one. Just point me at a problem and I'll smash it up for you. If you're worried my skills have dulled from disuse, think again. I've been fighting thieves to stay sharp.
Good for you. So about this quest.
I have a favor to ask.
It seems some villagers out near Folan's Throat have been having trouble with thieves lately. Hulst asked for a helping hand dealing with the problem. You mind coming along? So we'll get a killer knuckle. We received a request from Balfus and the thieves, blah blah blah, appreciate your help, accept. So it looks like we're gonna have a fight along our hand? We're gonna have a fight. Blah 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 blah, that's all that matters. Alright, we got nobody in the training ground for once, which is a little odd. Anyways, we do have a tournament, so Felix, why don't you just go... well, hold on. Yeah, not surprised at all by that victory. By the freaking animal. Anyways, let's go find some people to talk to, shall we? Actually, it's one of those questions of, do I cut? Because the monastery is different. We see a lot of construction going on out and about throughout the location, so maybe I shouldn't cut? But this episode's gonna be long enough as it is.
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom in alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first, but corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. With you, Professor, the battle tides will turn. I have certainty.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, surprised they even still have the classroom up. Like, this classroom looks way too neat. Like, the desk should be destroyed, the chalkboard gone, the banners destroyed, especially after everything Edelgard did. That stuff would not be here. But I understand why they want to go so far. Ingrid?
These past 5 years, many kingdom houses have become vassals of the Empire. The major houses of Fraldarius, Gautier, Karen, and my own family Galatea remain loyal. But the lords of the minor domains in the west have almost entirely defected. After all the royal family has done for them, they respond with betrayal, and to think they have the gall to call themselves nobles. But we still have His Highness, and you, Professor. I'm sure we can take back the kingdom's lands.
Just because they're called nobles does not mean that they would act noble. They'll act with greed and selfishness more than anything else. Anyways, who wants to talk?
Professor.
Hello there, Ash. What's up?
Oh, hey, Professor.
Ah, you're chipper as always. So what's going on?
Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just now.
Again?
Maybe you don't remember. It's been quite a while. The man who stole the book from that market stall. I saw him on the street with his kid. They were both so grateful. It's a really nice feeling.
Well, I'm glad things all worked out then. Kind of surprised by that.
It did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right. My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe. But I don't.
You'll get there, so don't rush.
You know, a long time ago, Leonardo said nearly the same thing to me. I think it was when I tried to look after the horses all on my own. I really messed that up. He said, "You're not quite ready for this yet, but there's no need to rush." I know I can't help very many people right now, but I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least.
That's a fine way to look at it. That's just like you, Ash.
Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that.
Well, considering I'm trying to make you a horse ultra, anyway, nothing particular has been bothering me. Why? Do I look troubled?
Hey, don't be that way. There's gotta be something. It doesn't have to be serious. I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's a great feeling making someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care about you.
Aw. That's really kind.
You think so? It's just what anyone would do, really.
Nope.
So what'll it be? How can I help?
Wanna help me cook? Well, how about instead we just chat for a little while longer?
Happy to, if that's what you'd like.
I wonder if I picked the cooking one, if I actually would have given me, whatchamacallit, an extra heart, because I do believe he actually does like cooking, so... It's amazing, like, some of this is not completely destroyed. Like, you see them rebuilding, which is nice. Hello there, ma'am. What is your quest?
I have a favor to ask.
It seems a list of rare books that the Church of Ceros does not make publicly available has turned up in Abyss. If you could somehow get your hands on that list, go to Abyss and search the list of rare books. Once you've found the list, consider visiting the archives in Abyss. You may discover new information. Alright. Well, that's gonna have to hold off for a little bit.
Hey, Professor. It's been a while. It's really good to see you again. An awful lot has happened in these past 5 years. There were so many times I wished you were around. I'm glad you're back. Your skills are worth more than a whole army.
Thank you for the compliment. So, like, again, this place looks way too nice after 5 years. Like, I understand, like, you got, like, the common, like, staff and all that. You're gonna have Cetus and all of them. But, like, this place got under attack. It should be destroyed.
I finally managed to meet up with everyone again, but they're all so gloomy. Hey, Professor, care to join me for a cup of tea? We could invite the others and the soldiers.
That sounds nice.
Doesn't it? Oh, there probably isn't time to bake any treats, though. Oh, I should invite Dimitri to come along as well. Though I don't suppose he'll want to join in.
No, he's a bit of a crab at the moment. Hey!
Professor.
Mercedes! What, you had to meet me out here?
Do you have a moment, Professor? I need to speak with you.
I'm all ears.
Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived.
Adoptive father?
Have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest.
I don't understand.
My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war?
My thoughts exactly. Maybe the war has pushed him to this? No, that doesn't seem right.
I don't know what to do about this proposal.
Well, will you accept?
I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself. I
Then
know
reject it.
It's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no.
What does your heart want?
I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream.
So, why exactly can't you decline?
It's just, I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the Officers' Academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will. My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me.
Severing your ties with him?
I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words. I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need.
Why reply at all? You can't just give up on your dreams for the sake of somebody else.
That's a very good point. We're only given one life, so we must do all we can to pursue our happiness. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else.
Fallen for somebody else. Who might that be?
Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that obvious?
I wouldn't say obvious.
I'm just teasing. Now I'm off to write this letter and stand my ground. Thank you for your encouragement.
Alright. Hello there, Annette.
Now that I think about it, His Highness was right. We probably don't have time to waste on cleaning. Maybe I wasn't taking the situation seriously enough. After all, the Imperial Army could be showing up at any time. I was just so happy to see you again. And everyone else too. Maybe I got carried away.
I'm happy to see you too.
Oh, really? That's so nice to hear.
But doing something to improve morale is not a bad idea. Just gonna say that. The fish keeper is still here today, but no, I do not wish to actually go fishing. Hello there, Lycicia.
I should probably keep things to myself. But in all honesty, what matters to me, more than anything, is ensuring a peaceful, quiet future for my parents. I don't care about the kingdom. I simply want to remove the threat of the Empire. Because of this, Dimitri's fixation on Edelgard is convenient to me. I fight for my own reasons, and no others.
Alright, well, it's been 5 years, so I don't imagine the flowers I planted so long ago. Yes, they have sprouted. Fisher plant, violets, lily, rose, blah 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 blah. Alright, how about some red and white flower seeds? Get that all. Oh, wait, shoot! Can I still cultivate? Yes, I can. Alright, the Pegasus Blessings, yes. That's gross, that's so gross. Alright, I'm gonna check the dormitories real quick, see if there's anything of note. Alright, down here in Abyss we can find the list of rare books. A list of books thought to have been removed from the Monastery library. What could they contain? Okay, I didn't find anything in the libraries, but here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here, I made a copy. Perhaps the books, including the list, will be of use to you as well. I wonder what you'll find if you search the archives in Abyss. There wasn't any archives, unless that just got added. If they did, I will go there next. I'll check out at the end of the episode. Ugh. Hello there. I'm gonna need some help. All right.
Do you have time for a request?
The fish seems skittish lately. It's said that every 5 years, in the wake of a storm, a mysterious fish appears to eat up all the other fish in the pond. They call it the Big One. I thought it was just a legend. Catch the Big One, the mysterious fish of legend said to have appeared in the fishing pond. Alright, I guess I can give that a shot. Fodlandy. Challenge to ensure this ancient fish has swum in the water of the Fodland for countless generations. Okay, yeah, so that first one I got was the right one. You got rid of the big one! Now the other fish can rest easy, assuming fish rest. Anyway, it's a nice walk. You got a heading!
Hey, I'd given up on ever seeing you again. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, here and there.
Now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must fulfill my promise.
Right, the promise.
That's right. I promised the captain I'd protect you in his stead, and now I'll make good on my word.
Do your best, Eloise. Do your best. Greetings, Gatekeeper!
Oh, greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. You know, it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago. But I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that. Even if the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to... Well, for now I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
Good lad. Anyways, Anna should be not here. Wow. I think she would be with the merchants. Alright, I think because we're finally in part 2, we can finally start finding those B and A grade battalions. Just, well, not everyone's gonna be able to do that. My character can go for B, almost A. But, everyone else is just still stuck at like a C+. Well, people I care about is just stuck at like a C. So, yeah, they're not gonna get anything good. Oh, hello, they didn't even notice you. I wanted to start a collection of chronicling the history of Fodlan, but I'm having trouble getting my hands on anything significant. Honestly, it might be easier to excavate an artifact rather than try my hands to find one. Search for a remnant that the merchant would be proud to add to their collection. Alright, we have... now that we've hit level... Well, somebody's hit level 30, we can now start buying Master Seals. They are expensive at, well, 30,000 each. And if you want to get everyone to at least a Master Class, it's gonna cost you a fair bit.
Please
fair bit indeed. And, there you are. Hold on. How you doing, Goal?
There's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered. I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Hey,
You still want more valuable secrets? Of course you do. I'm just kind of annoyed. Like, that should be like a 1 or 2 time thing. The fact that she keeps asking for more and more is just... ugh.
You're kidding. Is Dedu really gone? There's so much more I wanted to say to him. He was always so tender with the flowers in the greenhouse. I wonder how they're doing.
Alright, well, hold on, nothing going over this way, but I do have some more to talk to and some more quests to get, so... Oh, okay. Well, first off, you.
Hey,
recently pirates have been raiding the coastal towns in the Strange region. People say they're attacking innocent civilians and sinking merchant ships. Think you can do something about it. So we'll get pirates, rogues, and a blue cheese, not blue chess. As for you...
I need a favor.
Them soldiers stationed in Foland's Locket abandoned their post. They weren't what you would call upstanding folks. It was a real head scratch. It would be a real head scratch for us if they become bandits and started wreaking havoc on towns. Alright. I have a bunch of battles in store for us to do next time, so, oh boy. You're curious to see how Annette is doing. Alright, we're gonna have a cup of tea. Alright, what's wrong?
Oh, hi, Professor.
You look down. Did something happen?
Do you remember what we talked about before? About doing my best to not do my best? Well, I've been pretty busy recently, and despite my best efforts, I've been trying way too hard. I was busy all day yesterday with training and work. I just couldn't help myself. That's why I decided to take a day off today. It's just, now that I have a day off, I don't know what to do with myself. Please, you have to help me. What should I do?
Have a nap.
I tried that. I couldn't calm down enough to fall asleep. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm cut out for not doing my best. Oh!
Then how about doing your best to take a nap?
You're a professor. You must know some secret technique for deep relaxation, right? If you do, please teach me. I'm begging you.
Okay, it just requires one chop to the back of the neck. Have a cup of tea.
Got it. I'll try that right now. This candy is so sweet and delicious, and it goes so well with piping hot tea.
Hey, no sweets. That's gonna keep you up.
Your brewing skills are incredible. I'd love to be able to make such nice tea, but... Oh, Professor, will you teach me how to brew tea like this? I'll do my best to learn, and then I'll make delicious tea for you as thanks.
Is this doing your best?
Oh, sorry. Back to my old tricks, it seems. So, why is it so difficult to not do my best? I try and try to not try, but it just doesn't work.
Just be yourself then. Just don't overdo it a little.
Professor? You're right. Doing nothing is just not my style. To be myself, I've got to do my best every day.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Then you really must teach me how to make such delicious tea. You will, won't you? Please. Oh, and also, well, thank you. You've listened to me and helped me face my troubles. Now I feel like I can talk to you about anything. Honestly, I wish we could go on drinking tea like this forever.
Alright. The support out of the way. Now, Plane! And a Knight of Saros.
During the Millennium Festival, the leaders of all territories were supposed to gather together and pledge perpetual peace. But now that hope has been dashed, thanks to the Emperor's actions. The Alliance is also divided on the subject of the Empire, so internal conflicts are a regular occurrence.
That sucks, but yeah, they were all technically one giant country separated into smaller ones, kind of like the United States with the 50 states. The only difference being that each little alliance member kind of has their own rule. decides what they want to do.
Professor, I am so glad you are unharmed. No matter the path you walk, I will be with you every step of the way. Anything you ask of me, I shall see it through. You saved my life, and I am in your debt.
You look like you have not aged a day, doll. Like, god dang. Must have some good blood in ya, some good genes.
Hey.
Hello there, Shamir.
I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid. I never was too
is that
attached to Fodlan.
You also
Was
haven't
considering
aged a
leaving
day.
soon, but I might change my mind if you're around.
Alright then, if I have to pay you, get lost. It's my money here, it's mine, I work for it.
Right.
Alright, Sylvain wants to talk. Or go for a walk, I think is what it said.
Ugh, that hurts.
You okay?
Ah, Professor. Thanks for stopping by.
So, how's your injury? You got her protecting me.
It's not bad. I was even told I'd be cleared for service starting tomorrow. Besides, I got this scar fighting for you. It's almost like a medal or something.
Don't you want to kill me? Are you happy you protected me?
When I thought you were going to be killed for real, my reflexes kicked in. I reacted without thinking. It doesn't mean I've stopped being jealous of you. But come on, I can't help but look up to you. If I'd had the guts to run away from home, I wonder if I would have cared as little about my crest as you do yours.
You didn't have the courage? You didn't have the courage?
No. But if I thought I could have escaped, I would have tried. I'd leave behind House Gautier, and the life of a nobleman, and anybody who knew I had a crest. Our home is to the very north of the kingdom. Just across the mountains from us is land inhabited by foreigners to Fodlan. It once belonged to Fargus, but now that the kingdom has collapsed, it's only a matter of time until fighting breaks out. Anyway, that land has been contested for centuries, and all that time, it has fallen to House Gautier to protect it. Actually, our Lance of Ruin has been doing most of the protecting.
Oh yeah, I remember 5 years ago.
Those were dangerous times. One wrong step, and we would have lost our relic to the church. My father was afraid that the church would try to keep the lance, so he entrusted it to me. If an emergency arose, I was supposed to be called back home. I guess those very situations are why my family values crests so much. Since I bear a crest, my parents made sure I was never left wanting. My older brother didn't have one, and so when I was born, he was pushed aside. You know, he once shoved me in a well. He left me on the mountainside in the middle of winter, too.
That's horrible. You didn't try to get him back? No, that's just horrible.
Even as a little kid, I understood why he was like that. My mere existence stole everything from him. I have no right to complain when I am surrounded by people who would give anything to bear a crest, but do not. Now, women smile at me for the same reason my parents adore me, and my brother wanted me dead. And I have to meet them all with a smile and a wink, because I have a crest.
So, what you really feel towards women is...
The women who just want to use me to become nobility? Hatred's probably the right word. Though, in the end, that's just an easy answer. I don't even know how I truly feel about it all. Anyway, it was pretty unreasonable of me to resent you. I'm really sorry about that. And I want to say thank you, Professor. Seriously, thank you.
For what?
Before I met you, I'd gone my whole life not knowing there was another way for me to live. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad we met.
What is that outfit?
In the Alliance, the
What is this
lords have been at
outfit?
odds,
Ew.
So peace and prosperity have declined there as well. In particular, bandits have been appearing in large numbers near the Great Bridge of Murden. Rumor has it that the domain's lord, someone by the name of Acheron, is a completely ineffectual leader.
Yeah, the length of the hat is just... Why? That's so much useless material. It looks stupid to me.
Yes. During
Hello?
his search for Her Grace, the Archbishop, Seteth has visited churches all across the land. It served to demonstrate to the devout across Fodlan that the Church of Seros is still going strong. As a result, the faithful are not currently in a state of chaos.
Oh, that's good. That's at least one thing taken care of. The Sword Flow is finally available to us, so we'll hit that soon enough. Actually... Oh no, I thought it was going to be Setta's back here, but Catherine!
In Lady Rhea's absence, I will follow you. That's what she would want me to do. Know that wherever you might lead us, I'll continue searching for Lady Rhea.
I understand.
Good, because I will not budge on that point. Welcome back, Professor.
Welcome back indeed.
What?
Yes.
Hello there, Seteth.
5 long years I've searched for you and the Archbishop. It is a pleasure to see you again. The Church of Seros will follow you from now on, but please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea.
We'll do whatever it takes to find her. Even if we don't know what the future will bring.
I know the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength.
Professor, hello there.
My Professor, you haven't changed a bit.
Neither have you in
At
5
your age,
years.
I'd expect your whole demeanor to have changed greatly over 5 years. Though I suppose I haven't changed either, right? Thank you for noticing, by the way. Ah, just the 2 of us, forever young.
I want to be forever young. Yeah, more like they didn't feel like making new character models, so they just reused the old ones, or the original
It
ones.
appears the records and equipment I need for my research have not been damaged. I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail.
We can talk. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course.
Of course. Alright, this room is finally open! The Cardinal's room. Oh, right, this is where we come for exams and everything. Also, what are you? Oh, an owl feather. Okay, because I'm like, there's no lost items.
We have given proper burial to the Imperial soldiers killed in the monastery. The ones who were sent to investigate the thieves. Already, rumors spread that they were utterly annihilated. So regardless of whether there are spies observing us, the Imperial army will know of this soon enough. Your Highness, Dmitri, how could you be so reckless? I have a request.
Professor, might I ask you to secure resources? Gather requested resources and deliver them. Alright. Why am I the one doing a supply run? Alright, so apparently I guess I got the item he wanted, so if I just talk to him, deliver the requested resource. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I wish I knew what I needed, but I guess I had whatever on me. Alright, I forgot about this. We can now go up to the 3rd floor, which was Lady Rhea's room. Well, where her bedroom is, alongside just hallways.
Yeah.
The Archbishop's room. Yeah, so Cyril, should you belong in here?
I don't know anything about rebuilding, but I can sure do my best to clean up the mess.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep Lady Rhea's room spotless, so she can use it right away whenever she gets back.
Good for you, kid. Make sure to get all the cobwebs. Because technically I feel like this should be my room if I'm now taking the place of, Rhea. Also, just odd that they have this a little bit walled off. I guess they don't want anybody touching the obelisk. And I'm assuming this might also be... No, I was gonna say, was this where, like, when we walked in and everything? But no, this is facing... I think this is facing the cathedral? I can't really tell. But I wouldn't think so because it's so close, but maybe. Oh well. Yeah, this place looks fabulous after everything.
Right.
So yeah, no, the Archbishop room must be on the other side. That or they just didn't do away. Okay, no, you can see some damage to the monastery, the church over on that way. But the fact that, like, the glass and everything is still standing would be technically amazing more than anything else.
It seems that in the last 5 years,
The monks here have left this place for the town below. However, once they learn of our return, perhaps they'll come back. I hope the monastery can return to normal someday.
I hear ya. We all want it to happen we all want it to come back to normal.
Oh, Professor. Seeing everyone together again, it's like I'm in a dream. I feel it's time for me to forge my own path and find my own place in this world.
What about your family? Are they okay?
Yes. They're in the Alliance, but they're merchants, so they have the means to escape if need be.
That's good. So, why not choir practice as usual? Ingrid, Mercedes, really benefits you two. Well, them and Flame the most. But yeah, just all that rubble in the back.
Regardless of the quality, this is a good chance for us
sorry.
to prove... I hope...
I meant Annette and Mercedes, not Ingrid. Oops. Oh well. Yeah.
Hello there.
Hey. Felix, is that what you're talking about? Was the whole boar?
Hello. I have a request concerning that creature. I can hardly look at the thing in the state it's in. Do something about it.
I'm trying. I'll see what I can do.
Please do. We tracked the boar for 5 years. I thought he was dead. In the state he's in, he might as well be. He's gotten better at killing people. And in exchange, surrendered what little humanity he had.
Alright, what do I got over here? Cornerstone fragment. A fragment of stone that existed since the monastery's foundation. It shows no wear of time. So, okay. Oh, for the one guy. A rare item index. A list of rare items in Fodlan. Belongs to someone with a deep interest in rare things. Wait, what? What? Okay, so apparently that's a DLC item that shows up right now. And I guess it belongs to Anna. Okay. I'm very confused on that one.
Need something?
And yeah, we still got this. If I want to get rid of all of this. It's 5. I would need 16,000 to upgrade all these things fully. I'm just, like, completely thrown off, because... I wish that was shown on the list of items.
No.
Oh well, first off,
Professor!
I got one note. I've recently begun to think that ghosts may not exist, but if that's true, I don't know how to explain what I saw as a kid. Maybe it was hallucination. It could have been some type of magic. If you saw it with a ghost, it probably was. It could have been some type of magic. Alright. Well, let's turn in those items before we have another support, because... it's going on for pretty long.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Magnificent. Exactly what I was looking for. Clearly asked the right person for help. Thank you. Although I don't know if giving up an item like that was the best option.
I hope there's...
Anyways, Anna, I believe this is yours?
Thanks for finding this.
Do we get anything out of that? No. Okay. Why? It's not that way for anything else. Oh my god, there is stuff down here now. Oh no, I don't want to have to read it all, but I'm gonna have to read it all for a bonus episode next time. Alright, let's deal with this support now, shall we?
Professor.
Hello there, Ingrid.
Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you.
Well, I'm happy to listen.
Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this.
I don't think it's petty, so let me hear it.
This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry for the benefit of the Galatea family.
You don't have to do what you don't want to do.
Defying my father feels wrong. I've seen how he's struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Now that this war has begun, my father has allowed me to fight for my homeland. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble.
Sometimes there is no avoiding such complications. But could you not find a way to do both?
To follow both my dream and my duty? I had never considered that as an option. Perhaps there is a way. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor through and through. Always listening to others' troubles and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
Alright, with that, I have talked to everybody. So... with all these supports we've had, I don't even think I need to bother eating a meal with anybody just to get their morale up high. I'm pretty sure if we check out supports, because, yeah, now people are gonna have supports with everybody now. I think Dimitri's the only one I haven't actually had a support with. And I don't know if that's just, because maybe I didn't actually have enough, or he's not even part of this list. He could be in such a state of anger and maybe depression that he can't even eat. Or just refuses to eat. Plan and Cetus, how about you two join me for a lovely meal?
Ah, meals always taste best when it is a company of 3 or more at the table.
Do you not enjoy eating when it's just the two of us? You wound me, Flame.
No. Oh. Oh. I'm so glad that actually is a unique dialogue for that. I was not sure if that would actually... Okay, let's use up the remaining skill points talking to students to guide me. However, first let's stop off at the sauna, mostly for myself. Ingrid, how about you join me? She does well, but I feel like she's usually fallen behind in terms of her stats, so maybe her skills improving would be the better option. More steam! They wound up and feel really good. Let's take just a little bit longer. Yep, she overcooked. Dang it. I didn't think the thing was gonna go... Wait, what?
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know what happened right there. The pulvitrinas have increased and they feel refreshed. Oh, right. What happened? I can feel my voice drifting away. That's awesome. But, well, one, how did it go up so fast? And two, she just was like, no, screw the heat. I'm not going to overheat. Like, I didn't think her body was gonna raise up that fast. Anyways, feeling refreshed. Only gives me a +4. But, oh. Hello there, Catherine. Would you help me learn the sword? Thank you. Hello there, Mercedes. Would you teach me about... Yes, it's reason that I need. Would you be so kind? Ah, that was great. Thank you.
I wasn't...
Annette, would you teach me some reason? Lycicia, would you teach me a little bit more about reason? That was great, thank you. Alright. Let's do the usual thing, instruct students, and... yeah, I think we'll be done with this episode. So yeah, like, they should have had the classroom either, like, blocked off or destroyed if we're gonna be doing this out here. Also interesting just seeing, like, so many people in seats. And yeah, we cannot do anything with, the prince. Again, I would say his anger and hatred are getting the best of him. Let's have you go into a reason. Perfect. Good job. Getting more reason will help you out with, your mortal servant. And we can get this up as well.
This could be...
maybe.
I still...
increase the sword prowess even more, because goddamn, you want already an animal. Alright, Ash needs lance skills and... you need lance and riding, mostly a lot of riding. Although right now you're a snipe. Really? The Bow Knight is actually... has less dex and less luck for him, but it does give him extra movement. Alright, we need to give you a lot of work in this heavy armor skill of yours. To the point I don't even know... yeah, I don't know if you're actually gonna get it. Alright, well, Ingrid, you're already ready to be a Falcon Knight, so... I mean, that's honestly amazing. So, I think I'm just gonna put you into... learning land skill at this rate. Yeah, that was a very good one you had here, girl. Dang.
Practice.
Man, as rank and lances before I know it. And last off, Flane. Let's get that B+ to an A, shall we?
Oh. Well...
alright, everybody. I think we know what we're doing, so let's get going.
Let me ask you something.
What's up, Sylvain? All the savagery, day after day, is depressing. Do you have any idea for fun things we could do to feel better? Why don't you walk to a nearby town? Why don't you ask a girl out? Why don't you sip a cup of tea and relax? Why don't you walk to a nearby town?
Yeah, okay. I see that.
What? You want to actually talk to the girl? You keep... I don't understand you. You're like, this, that, and the other thing, but no. You want to go from reason and faith to focus on reason to excel as a warlock. Physical exhaustion is not my forte, but I'd still like to help out as much as possible. Maybe I can do some studying and reason. No, you're sticking with what you got. Now, 5 years later, still taking care of the horses. Anytime now. Anytime now. Oh, just skipped over that?
Can't say I'm surprised.
Wait, what? Okay, what? Oh, so they didn't do the group activity? Oh, shoot. Okay, well, let's go for the group him. I guess I have to reset that. That's odd.
Am I doing all right? I hope I'm not too off.
You and two are not the ones I
Not sure
expected.
should sing with everyone. I'm not great at harmonizing.
Yeah, you might not be the best for the group, but hey, you're with us.
This experience is critical.
Just in the middle of church. Yes! I now know how to make a better battalion. Or better use of my battalion. Assuming I equip the proper skill. Alright, well, only thing left to do right now is all the supports. Oh boy, so next time We're not doing a seminar. We'll be going off to battle because we got a bunch of quests to deal with. So, okay, we'll deal with this next time. And so, yeah, no, the one thing about the supplies was part of the church. Oh, I said it said 37, not 27. I got very scared for a second. Okay, so we'll deal with these next time. Until then, so long, farewell, and have a good one. Later.
Sylvain, eat these.
What are these, Felix? Oh, hey, is this candy?
A girl in town gave them to me, but I don't want them.
Right. You don't like sweet stuff. Thanks. I'll eat them later. So, what do you need? Want me to help you get closer to a girl? Just point her out.
You're incorrigible. No, I wanted to thank you for your help in battle. If you hadn't spotted that enemy ambush, I would have been killed.
Nah, I didn't do anything special. Friends help each other out, especially on the battlefield. Just a little give and take, you know?
You never change.
Nope. I try to stay on an even keel.
You're always...
Always what?
Nothing.
Come on. If you've got something on your mind, then say it.
Maybe I'll tell you later, maybe I won't.
Fair enough. I'll be having something to eat while you're deciding... whatever it is you're deciding. Actually, come with me. My treat. If you do want to talk, then I'm right there.
Okay, just this once. Only because you saved my life.
Free food, possible conversation, and when we're done, we can find some girls. It was a joke! Felix, I was joking! Come on, let's just go eat.
Here you are.
Oh, were you looking for me, Felix?
You were injured in the last battle. Are you okay?
I'm fine now. Thank you for your concern.
You really are troublesome.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get in your way out there. I just couldn't help but worry. I was only trying to keep an eye on you.
What are you even doing on the battlefield? You endangered yourself and got hurt. Such a stupid thing to do.
Yes, of course, you're right. I have no excuses.
If you intend to carry on being such a fool, you'd best stay near me.
Are you sure? I'd hate to get in your way again.
You can... You can keep thinking of me as your little brother. And that'd be better than going through this again.
But I thought you didn't like that. Didn't you say you were fed up with it?
I am fed up with it. I've already spent years filling in for someone who's dead. My older brother inspired love and respect. He was a great knight. He died. Since his death, his memory has followed me around like a shadow.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother too.
I don't let my personal feelings distract me on the battlefield. Still, do I really remind you of him?
Well, you don't look like him, but something about you feels so familiar. It just makes me want to protect you. That's not to say that you're incapable or unreliable or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're the one who just came to check on me.
You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You're reckless. Lives are at stake, including mine when I have to run over and save your skin.
Yes, I'll try to be more careful. Thank you for being so kind, Felix.
Whatever.
Why are you taking over my cleaning responsibilities?
You're wounded, and you're going too slowly. I couldn't stand to watch.
You're still fretting over me, are you? I'm fine now, really. It wasn't even serious.
I could have handled the situation alone. That enemy wasn't much of a threat.
Yes, we all know you could have. But I also didn't want to risk something unforeseen befalling you. I've been doing some thinking. I feel a bit lost. I don't know that I'm cut out to be a knight after all. Without fulfilling that dream, without being a knight, I've been asking myself where my place is in the world. And I think I think I found my answer. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. So I want to protect those I hold dear.
That's why you were protecting me, huh? What a fool you are.
Foolish to act in line with what I value most? Were I to die, I would die knowing I followed my heart, my truest calling. I've been reading through more of that book I was telling you about. Recall the hypothetical question it posed? Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
You've been reading that garbage again?
The book never specified that one should prioritize the commander's orders. Instead, it suggested that one should follow their heart in the matter. That's what a knight, that's what anyone being true to themselves should do.
That's just the editor's opinion.
Of course, and I find value in that opinion. Glenn died following his heart, not heeding the commands of the country or even the royal family. His death pains me to this day. It was a tragedy. But had he survived, I think he would have suffered. I will follow his example. No matter the outcome, no matter the circumstance, I believe in myself.
You know nothing.
What is it that you know then? What is it you fight for, Felix?
My own beliefs.
I see no difference from my own stance.
You don't understand.
You fight to be stronger than everyone, that you might protect those you care for, correct?
Okay, fine. You do understand. My point is, don't let this happen again. If you died, I'd be annoyed.
To avoid annoyance, then, I suggest you continue to grow stronger. If that happens, I might allow you to protect me too.
You're insufferable.
Mercedes, you're looking divine as always.
Good evening, Sylvain. Thank you for coming out to see me.
Just the two of us meeting at this time of night? You moved quicker than I thought.
I don't know what speed has to do with it, but there was something I wanted to talk to you about.
Ah, okay. I probably should have figured that out.
I can be so forgetful at times. I neglected to mention this the other day. I meant to say that I know you've been through a lot in this life.
Huh? Me?
Your parents have placed a great deal of pressure on you as their heir. And it's all because you were born with a crest. You've had to put up with such lofty expectations.
All of the kingdom's noble houses expect a lot from their heirs. I'm no different from any other noble guy or gal. We've all got responsibilities.
But didn't you mention that your brother envied you enough to wish you dead? I'm sure that wasn't easy.
Thinking about it, life was probably a lot harder for my brother than it ever has been for me.
Didn't you also mention that women were only interested in having your, as you say, crest baby? I'm not very interested in the particulars, but I get the feeling that you don't care very much for these women who throw themselves at you.
I'd appreciate it if maybe you kept that observation between the two of us.
Your secret's safe with me. I understand the pain you've had to carry.
I know you've got your share of bad memories too, but...
That's why you feel comfortable letting your guard down around me. Come now. That's enough with the sad smile.
Mercedes. Was my sad smile really that bad? Did it ruin my dashing good looks?
Not at all. You actually look more handsome to me with honesty on your face.
Aw, here come the waterworks.
Don't be ashamed of crying. I'm here to protect you. Will you protect me in return?
I will. I promise. You know, Mercedes, you really are a special lady. Training on your own? You really do work hard.
I hate to break it to you, Sylvain, but there's nobody here for you to flirt with. So there's not much reason to hang around.
You're here, aren't you?
How ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as your face.
You'd really say something like that to a handsome guy like me? I'm crushed. Joking aside, may I join you? I only came out here so I could train too.
Sure, just don't get in my way.
I've been thinking about it, and I really depend on you. Maybe that's weird since I'm older than you, but still.
Hitting on me? Again? Have some dignity, would you?
No, I'm being honest. I thought you'd listen. Hey, I'd like it if you didn't get too far away from me on the battlefield, okay? Just stay where I can see you.
I'll stay as long as I can. You're useless without me, after all.
What? No, I'm saying if there's one thing I can do on the battlefield, it's keep you safe.
Whatever helps you feel better. Stay and protect me, then. I couldn't bear it if you went off and died on me while I wasn't around.
I'm pretty sure that's my line.
It's getting late. We'd better head out.
You're right. I'm exhausted anyway.
You haven't been practicing enough. All that time you waste chasing after women would be better spent training. I'll train with you anytime, so just... What's that strange look for?
Well, you're going to think I'm being a jerk or hitting on you or whatever. When we're side by side like this, training, I feel, I don't know, oddly at ease.
I know what you mean. It's probably because we've been friends for so long.
That must be it. Let's never change. Friends forever?
Absolutely. No matter what happens, we'll always be friends, Sylvain.
Sylvain.
Hi. Why do you look so down? But hey, if you're talking to me of your own accord, can I assume you've figured out I'm not a monster?
I wanted to apologize about my treatment of you earlier, Sylvain. I am not normally one to put stock in such rumors.
Nothing to be upset about. I mean, I've kind of earned that reputation. I've got this sickness. When I see a pretty girl, I can't stop myself from flirting with her. Like you, for instance.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear of your illness. Perhaps my magic will help heal you.
Huh? No, I didn't mean it like that.
No? Are you not ill then?
You know what? Let's move on. Can I take this to mean everything is good between us?
Of course. Sylvain, I look forward to getting to know you without the falsity of rumors.
Great. Would you like to celebrate our new friendship by joining me for a meal?
You would treat me to a feast? That is very kind of you.
A chance to spend time with a sweet girl like yourself? It's a pleasure. Your voice like birdsong, your eyes clear as diamonds. But above all, I'm drawn to your kind and loving heart. I am a captive to your charms, Flame.
I hear that very frequently. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess a girl as cute as you would get a lot of compliments.
Anyway, what type of meal were you considering, Sylvain? I would love some seafood, followed by a delicious cake. Oh, I am absolutely famished, as I often am. Shall we be on our way?
She's a tough one. Sheltered girls like her usually fall for that kind of stuff. But she's much too savvy, even for a smooth talker like myself.
Oh, how unlucky that we were assigned to clean this ancient tower.
It's not a pleasant job, but someone has to do it.
With all the windows boarded up, it's so dark. And there are strange noises. Like that noise. What was that? A rat? Tell me it was a rat.
Better than a ghost.
You're not scared of ghosts, are you, Ash? I didn't think you'd be.
You haven't seen what I've seen. Ah!
Ah! Oh no! What was that noise?
It's okay. It's just the wind blowing the door shut. Oh no, the latch is rusted. It won't budge.
What? You mean we're trapped in here?
I'm sorry. I didn't think to prop the door open.
Don't worry about that now.
We need to think of a way out of here.
Well, what if we were to pry the boards off the windows?
Yes, that! We can do it in no time.
Oh, there's something on my face!
Calm down, Ash. It's a cobweb. Just a cobweb. We've got to pull ourselves together. Now, which of the windows should we check? I can't stand it here in the pitch dark.
Oh, I've got one here. Stand back. Oh, we made it.
I wouldn't want to go through that again. For a moment there, I didn't think we'd make it out alive. No. Oh, wait! I've lost it. It's gone.
What is it?
The doll my father gave me. Oh, I must have dropped it.
In the tower? Are you going back for it?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I've been meaning to throw it out for a while now.
Are you sure? If it was a gift from your father...
Yes, but it can't be helped. Let's just get back to the monastery.
Right.
Annie, do you have a moment?
Is this about what happened when we were shopping? If so, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Not so fast. I haven't properly apologized yet. So, I'm sorry. I got scared. Imagine if something bad happened to you because of me.
Mercy.
You would have just run away if you were on your own, wouldn't you? Instead, you acted defensively because I was there. I dragged you down.
Mercy, you're upsetting me! How dare you say that you dragged me down? You know why I was acting so recklessly? Because I wanted to protect my best friend in the whole world.
Annie.
Do you remember when we first enrolled at the academy? It seemed like everyone was leagues ahead of us and so far out of reach. I felt completely hopeless. But because you were there, I didn't lose hope. So, don't say stupid things about how you dragged me down or how you don't deserve things.
Thank you for saying that. And again, I'm sorry. You're just so important to me. I know I could never find another friend like you. You've stayed by my side through thick and thin. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me.
Mercy, can we be friends again?
Of course, Annie. Friends forever.
Good. I don't know what I would have done if we hadn't found a way to make up.
I'm sorry. I should have said something sooner.
No, I'm the one who should have stopped being so stubborn and said something. You know, now that everything's as it should be, I'm suddenly starving.
That's just like you. Come, let's go for tea.
Ooh, let's! And we should have some Mercy-baked sweets on the side. I think I love you more than just about anything in the world.
You do? Oh, Annie, you're too sweet.
Not as sweet as your baking. I love your baking more than anything in the world, too. Other than you.
Well, I'm always happy to bake for you, Annie.
I'm so happy to have you back.